Holy smokes, we just gotta cross our fingers because we're at 32%. We're still at 1.5 miles away. Oh my goodness. Did I just lose my drone? Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Check it out. It's the FIMI X8 SE edition drone here, and we're gonna do a evening range test. You may have missed my unboxing, initial flight tests. If you did miss those, go ahead and check. The card will pop up for the last flight test, and also I'll have those links in the description down below, as well as where you can get this guy. We're gonna take it out as far as we can in this sunset. Hopefully maybe we can get a nice view of the sunset here on Maui. Kind of a little bit of a residential area. I also have a couple of these parabolic dishes I'm gonna slip on the controller. If we have enough battery and we can come back and we exhaust the range in its stock form, I'm gonna slip these over the antennas of the controller, and we're gonna see if these get us any farther out. Let's get started with the FIMI X8 SE edition range test. Enter device. Let's see if we got video. There we go. There is our horizon, looking good. We've got 13 satellites. And again, I'm just keeping the antennas kind of perpendicular to the craft the whole way out, just so it has the best signal. So we're going to be recording in 4K as well as the screen, so I'll have both things up during the flight test. So let's get started and just launch this thing ASAP. We've got 99% battery left, so holding down the launch button. All right. That's kind of its launch sequence. We'll just let it hover for a second, because we'll also test the return to home. And we're gonna go straight out and up. Okay. So I don't want to get kind of those trees too much in front of me. It does seem like it's going a little bit to the left. That's interesting. So we'll just get up. Let me bring the camera down a little bit. Wow, I just calibrated the compass today and it seems like it's going to the left a bit much. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn right. We are going to get out of this residential area in just a second. And I'm going to get it up about almost 400 feet, just so we're kind of out of the Wi-Fi bubbles, just in case that's influencing it. You know what we'll do? We'll just stay at 300 feet. I think this is the heights on some of my other tests, which is a good height. So we're looking at our control signal and our video signal. You can see it there on the top right by the satellites, which are 16. So it's already a little bit down, but and it's already getting. Wow, it already went into RTH mode. I'm gonna cancel that out. So I just canceled it. But man, look at that video. It looks really good. Except, wow, so this is gonna be a short ranger stock, guys. A little bit disappointed there. Wow, it's already trying to come back at 2,500 feet. And that's not as good as I thought it would. I'm canceling out a return to home, and video's kind of choppy all over the place. So definitely it's not at all going to be, it's still trying to return to home because of that signal. Let me walk up over the fence a little bit, see if we can get a little bit of a better signal. So I'll cancel out of this return to home, let it kind of hover there. I'll walk up so I'm kind of a little bit closer over this fence and see if we can turn straight back around. Wow, see that video how it's choppy? Now my control sticks are like completely perpendicular and it's still trying to come home. Holy smokes. Well, let's try to go up a bit higher. Let's go up to 400 feet, guys. Let's try it. There we go. 4. Don't want to be too high, so let's drop it down to just under 4. There we go. So like 397. We'll turn back around. Boy, you see how I'm turning to the left? And apparently the antenna orientation is kind of messing with the antenna. Let's see if I turn to the right. They put the antennas on the wrong side of the drone. My antennas are perfectly perpendicular to it right now. So it should be getting the best possible signal. I want to go straight out this way again. So, oh, you know what I didn't do is I didn't even go into sport. So full stick forward. And this is, wow, that's it. 2,000 feet, are you kidding me? So nowhere near, guys, the signal length strength as a DJI drone with that OcuSync 1 and 2, or the Evo has their own slightly proprietary system. So something that Xiaomi, the FIMI group of drones is going to have to improve big time is their link, because this is pretty horrible. My link is completely almost lost again. I'll try to get out there a little further. And then what we'll do is this next one pretty quick here, and I'm just pointing directly at it with my antennas perpendicular to it, and I'm still getting just really bad signal here. Keep going. Let's see how far we can push it. 23, 2400. I'm holding the controller a little higher now. Maybe that fence and those power lines were really messing with it. Okay, 26, getting a little further. We're at 398 feet, remember? Okay, this is a little better since I'm holding the controller a little higher. FPV is still glitching out pretty bad. Let me try to rotate the gimbal down. You see that glitching? I'll be recording my screen. Let's get the gimbal all the way up. There's that sunset at least. There we go. Look at that, beautiful. I'm gonna try to click on the sun. See if the exposure can give us a little bit of a better picture. So there we go, there's that sunset. Wow. It's kind of doing its auto thing now. 3,800, 3,900, still going. Okay, so maybe we got past kind of an interference bubble, but that video link is really super low. You see it there. So I'm expecting any second for it to just want to return to home. This is kind of what happened with the Parrot Anafi, remember that? Where once I got kind of past the residential and higher up, the link was a little better. There we go, so that's it. So we're at 4,400 feet. So not even a mile in a very light residential or light urban. I wouldn't really call this an urban, but there we go. See how it disconnected? So it's going to come back. I'm going to let it go ahead and come back. And video's kind of popping in and out. We'll see how that does. Okay. Man, it may even have the antennas may be better when it's facing you, it seems like. So 4,400 feet, it's coming back at, yeah, I don't get that VS and HS up there. I mentioned that in the flight test. All the way at the top near the footage from home, you see the VS is 4.6 right now. I would think that's supposed to be vertical speed, but that's the speed it's traveling, and then the HS below it should be horizontal speed, which is showing 0 miles per hour. So it's like they got those mixed up, or I don't know what to think about that. There goes our video link. It's dropping out again. Totally gone. But I do trust this thing. Let's check out our map. and see if we can get this thing to pop in again. Link is pretty much completely lost. Not seeing anything there. Kind of moving the controller left and right. Just like how I was at the farthest distance, I'm holding it just like that, holding it a little higher, and it's still not coming in. Wow. It's got like, the video link is like super low signal. It's red. There it goes. Okay, just pop back in. Now we can see it on the map, and it's already almost here. See that there? So that was pretty quick coming back. It's almost like they didn't change the speed up top on the top left to mile per hour, even though I have it in imperial setting. There's an imperial and a metric setting. It's almost like it's keeping it in meters instead of putting it into mile per hour on the VS. Anyway, this thing's gonna come down. We'll go ahead and see how close it reaches its launch position. Yeah, see that? Now we have a HS speed while it's coming down, which is negative 1.3 miles per hour. So that's kind of funny. Man, what is Xiaomi thinking with their programmers? I don't know. Vertical, horizontal, they got them mixed up. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, you guys comment in the description down below, or the comments, not the description. Comment in the comments down below if I'm getting something wrong, but I would think that vertical speed would be showing up right now, not horizontal speed. Well, it's just coming straight down. So there it is, coming down. Let's see if it hits that chair or how close it lands to that launch pad. And then we'll put on those parabolic dishes and see if we can get further than, was it 4,400 feet? Yikes, don't land on the chair. Is it gonna adjust? No. So I'm gonna spin it and I'm gonna adjust it to land on the launch pad. So this one seems like, in my flight test too, it seemed like it was about 3 feet away. So it looks like it has a 3 feet tolerance and accuracy on the return to home. So that's what to expect. So I just corrected it a few feet. All right guys, so you know what we'll do is I'll power this down, give it a little rest. We still have 65% power, no problem. Cool thing about this one is it does stop recording when it disarms, so you don't have to worry about it. We'll power down everything. I'll put on these parabolic dishes and we'll do one more range test in the same video, as well as another accuracy test on return to home. Okay, so now these are the ones I cut for the Xiaomi Mi 4K drone, the bigger one these guys have. And so they're a little bit wrong for these antennas, but I found that they fit even with the reamed out holes. They do fit right over the antennas and they grab right around where the crease is there. So I may have to hold the controller up like this for them to work. But we'll just try it this way. Slide them both on. And you see how that works? So what it does is it reflects the signal more in like a 45-degree pattern instead of a wide like 180-degree pattern. So hopefully that helps a little bit. Let's try it out. Everything is good to go. Let's start recording again. I'll have that up on the screen for you. And let's do our launch. So holding in launch again. Wind's coming from that direction, just about 5 miles per hour, so that's kind of why it blew it off a bit. So straight that way and forward and up. Right into the sun. There we go. What we'll try to do again is we'll see how I'm pointing them with my hat cam. Look at that sunset, beautiful. We'll try to go back up to 300 feet. And I'm gonna walk over in the same spot I was last time. Just a little bit forward of my position here. So full stick forward. This is just standard mode. This is not sport. Looks like there's calm enough winds There we go. We'll say it right about 308, 309 feet. And just going directly that way. Let's see how we do this time with these parabolic dishes. So I'm in the same exact spot I was standing, and I just have these dishes pointed straight at it, and I'm looking at the screen with the controller tilted up and at me, and I'm holding my arms up basically at the same length I was where we were losing signal last time. 2,400 feet. Okay, what is a mile? 52? So we're about a half mile. Looking good. Looks like these dishes are working, because I remember I was almost dropping out of signal at this distance last time. Okay. Wow. So definitely, guys, if you're going for distance, get a set of these parabolic dishes, because I'm already noticing a huge improvement. Turn back to the sunset so we can see that while we're flying out. Just beautiful. We'll have that camera up in the 4K so you can view that as well. This is a very, very light residential, so there's no more houses I'm flying over now, just a few on the way out. There'll be a few on the way in. Now this would be a good test too, to see if this thing returns home when it thinks it needs to, if we can get that far by losing signal. Wow, there goes the sun. Okay, getting a little glitchy. Let's rotate the gimbal down. You see that little bit of garble in the screen? Not too bad. Whoa, I just got signal back up. Dropped out a little there for a sec. Okay, so we're at a mile, guys, so this is working. The dishes do work. They focus the signal straight out at it. They bounce it off all over other angles that are going to the side and whatnot, and they go straight out at the drone. You just have to hold it right at the drone. Wow. Way better. Okay, our video signal is getting super weak. 51%. What are we, a mile and a half now? Let's do our gimbal again. Wow, still nice and clear. A little bit of artifacts there. Oop, yeah, that's good. There's that sunset. We just had sunset. I think it's about 6:15 was sunset here today on Maui. And now the wind's coming at me, so this is interesting. I thought it would kind of, I thought it would want to return to home already, because it's only 47%, but this thing is, okay, we're risking it again, guys. Totally risking it at the expense of seeing how far this thing could go. Okay, if you want distance, get these parabolic dishes, because we are approaching 2 miles. Man, I need to turn around here pretty soon. 44%? You see that little real-time home bar on the top left? It's saying that's how much time I need to get home. See that H, that red H on the top of the screen? And then you see the white bar passing the red H. So kind of like what DJI does, is it should be a, what do you call that? It should be updating and knowing, you know, how much time it needs to get home. But this is getting scary. I may need to turn around, but I just want to push it and see if we can trust Xiaomi's software. I can't move my gimbal anymore. Or I can, but the video's not showing me anything. It's like I only have control range. So okay guys, so we're 2 miles and I may be risking this drone. There we go. Okay, you see that black screen, and it's going to return to home. So that was the first. I probably could have pushed it more maybe, but I'm just going to let it try to return to home now and really just cross our fingers and hope that it has enough power to come back. It does feel like I'm getting some wind coming at me. I'm just going to press return to home. I just switched the button. There we go. So our video was kind of frozen for a while. So the gimbal was moving. It just the video was out of whack. You see that? So put the video back up all the way. And okay. So I really don't like the that vertical speed and horizontal speed readings up there. What were we, 12? We were past 1,200 feet, right? So that's a little over 2 miles. I will have just the numbers pop up on the screen, the exact numbers right now on this test. And then I'll also have had the numbers on the last test without those parabolic dishes pop up. So you can kind of see what's happening. So I don't know, can we trust this home button on top, or this home icon that's moving down and showing us how much power we have? Because it didn't surpass that, and what that tells me is it didn't think it needed to return to home. And I should say guys, this is the 4th charge on this battery, so this isn't the optimal like 10 cycles. So we're not even getting optimal battery on this thing, but look at that, it's getting closer to the home button. Yikes. Now the wind's coming from my right. Holy smokes, we just gotta cross our fingers because we're at 32%. We're still at 1.5 miles away. Oh my goodness. Did I just lose my drone? Let's see if we can trust the software. This will be a good example. Can we trust the Xiaomi FIMI X8 SE software to let us know? 30%, but that home icon is still below what power it thinks it needs. So that's promising. At least what I can do is ditch it in a golf course if something happens, but it looks like we may be okay, man. I can already see the park I'm at way over there, right in the center of the screen.
Please land ASAP to avoid damaging.
Okay, so that is the voice of the app through my phone. And we see that warning coming up. Does that about 29%. Wow, so pretty resilient. Looks like we're going to be fine. And it looks like I've got some side wind too. It must be coming back faster than I was going out at, because we went way the heck out there. We went like to 40% battery power. And it still thinks it's going to be fine. We're just under 1 mile now. Another close one, guys. But this will give you, you know what? You guys, nobody has to do this because there's a lot of controversy on range tests. You know, some of the stuff I'm doing right now. And this kind of range testing doesn't give you guys the reason to go out and do it. All it does is show you that I'm risking on my channel and hopefully showing people what this thing's capable of and the kind of technology, how technology has advancing. So in no way should you be going this far out and doing this stuff. This is just leave it up to me to do these testing scenarios for science and for knowledge, because the company doesn't put these videos up and test them and show exactly how far this can go. So, you know, strictly for science. So that's my little disclaimer. Don't do this at home or out of home. Leave it up to me, and then you'll know. Anyway, it looks like we're going to be a-okay, guys. Wow, 22% power. I'm feeling really good about this software that can calculate dynamically. That's the word I was looking for. Dynamically calculate how much power it has left to how far it needs to go. Look at that on the top right. The home icon is still within its power range. 21%. This is fantastic, man. So I was expecting to go to the point where it would tell me and it would automatically force me to come home, but I didn't even get to that point. You know, even though I was at, start walking back to our home position because we're just about there. Even though I was like 40% power and panicking all the way out there. Okay, so yeah, that's the park I'm at. Wow, we made it at 18% power. Were you guys panicking as much as I was? Because I'm feeling some wind coming from my back now. Okay, that's me down there. I'm just rotating the gimbal. Cool thing about this one, guys, is check this out. I can yaw it while it's returning home, and I can move the gimbal up and down as much as I want in any direction on that whole automatic return home. I can have full control, and I could also use the right stick if I wanted to. It would go off course for a little bit, and then it would go back on course when you let off the sticks. Anyway, gimbal all the way down. If you guys have seen my flight test, you know how stable this camera is. Pretty good. Go ahead and check out the flight test where I really crank on it to see how this camera's doing. Let's see how close now it lands to the home point. I'm going to turn the head back. If you don't touch the yaw when it starts descending, it will automatically adjust its head. So we just hit 14% and it really wants to warn me it's going into its landing. There we go. So again, we're at 1, 2, 3 feet away. So this is the second compass calibration I've done, and it seems to regularly be 3 feet away from its home point, even with the precise landing feature it has on. Anyway, guys, incredible. Let's go ahead and sit down here and kind of go through a little pros and cons on this range test. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this thing down. Okay, guys, well, wasn't that fantastic? It's getting dark, so I gotta go. These parabolic dishes are a must. Even if you aren't going for range, get a set of these. I'll have a link in the description, because even if you're just flying short range in a high interference area, apparently these do wonders for the video and signal link. As long as they're pointed at the drone as good as possible, you'll get the kind of performance that I'm getting. So without it though, man, 3,400 feet max in this kind of high interference residential area, world of difference with those things. We got over 2 miles with those on, and I could have kept going possibly further if I tried a couple more times. So anyway, guys, links in the description to the FIMI X8. If you are thinking about picking one up, go ahead and buy it through my link. It'll help me out to keep this channel going, and also have some of the other stuff like these range extenders, the launch pad over there, and some other stuff I'm using in this review for you to check out the pricing, specs, and all that stuff. Anyway, thanks for tuning in and thanks for watching. I hope that was informative for you, and I will see you guys in the next video. We're doing more flight testing. We're doing a range test in the pure country, in the boonies, where there's no interference whatsoever with these guys, with and without the parabolic dishes. And we're also doing some cinematic video. I live on Maui, and so there's beautiful shorelines here. I want to see what this thing can do, so that's going to be in the upcoming videos. Subscribe if you haven't already to see all that stuff, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.